Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. Okay guys, I am Putri Alifvia from the Physics department. How are you guys? I hope you are in good health and keep away from all diseases. At the moment, the coronavirus is spreading, so we have to stay at home. Okay? Don't forget to keep it clean. Wash your hands thoroughly and use a mask. So on this video, I will explain the tools and material I used during the practice. I want to show you to do practical work, but because I didn't study on campus and go online, so I just explain it from the picture. Okay, let's get started. Number one is capacitor. Usually the function of this capacitor is found in television, radio, amplifiers, and other electronic goods. Filter on the radio here serve to filter out annoying obstacles from the outside as a connector or clamp. This function is usually found in amplifiers to connect low-level amplifiers to high-level amplifiers. When applied to the power supply, it acts as coupling or connection one circuit to another. As a non-light, it turns out the capacitor is able to process energy into the light. With this function, you are more able to save electricity used. At antenna, capacitor function as a frequency generator. The next function of the capacitor is to prevent electric shock. Frequently, there are electric jumps on the coil which causes an interruption in electricity. Capacitor function to start the car, usually in the circuit contained in the car. This capacitor function turns it on. Number 2, resistor. Resistor function. The resistor function that is often known as the barrier the electronic current flowing in an electronic circuit. The existence of this resistor can cause an electric current to be distributed and needed. Other complete resistor functions include diving current, limiting or regulating current in a circuit, reducing by voltage as needed by electric circuit, dividing voltage, help in generating high and low frequency using the help of a condenser and transistor. Okay, number 3 is project board. Project board often referred to as breadboard is the basis of the construction of an electronic circuit and is a prototype of an electronic circuit. In modern times, the term is often used to refer to certain types of board where components are assembled, wherein this board does not require a soldering process. By using a breadboard, the electronic component used will not be damaged and can be used again to make other circuits. So, the advantage of using a breadboard before assembly is to be able to test the circuit and disassemble the components that have already been tested because the plug model is falling out. Number 4 is power supply. Power supply is a computer component that has a function as a provider of voltage and electrical current to other computer components that have been installed properly on the motherboard. While the initial purpose of the distribution of electric current is for the device or component other computers can function properly according to their duties. The function of the power supply is as hardware that provides or supplies an opposite electric current or AC into a direct electric current or DC. Next, number 5 is galvanometer. Galvanometer is a device used to determine whether or not there is an electric current in a circuit. This tool serves to measure the electric current that can flow from a source and measure the current strength and potential differences that are relatively small. This tool will work when the coil is spinning, the needle is turning. The greater the electric current, the further the coil spins. This way of working is based on the basic law of the magnetic electronic force. The coil will rotate in a magnetic field that is fed by an electric current. Next is basic meter. Basic meter is a measuring of electrical quantities that can be used as a measuring tool for electrical voltage and measuring device for electric current strength. Electrical voltage measuring device are called voltmeters, while the electric current measuring instrument is called the ammeter. In use, basic meter has a sliding arm that determines a function of the basic meter itself. The sliding arms, which act as a switch that determines the basic meter function as a voltmeter, or if shift towards V, and H as an ammeter if it edges toward A. Next is a calorimeter. A calorimeter is a device used to determine calories by measuring changes in temperature and changes in thermal effects. A calorimeter is also a tool used for several experiments related to calories. This tool allows the minimum heat transfer to the surrounding environment. A calorimeter consists of two vessels separated by an air chamber. The inner vessel is made of shiny aluminum to reduce the absorption of heat by the vessel wall. The lid of the vessel is made of wood, which is a poor conductor, so that less heat is lost. A calorimeter can be used to measure the specific heat of a substance. Okay guys, maybe this is a little explanation from me about the tools and material that I use during the practicum. Before I close, I'm sorry if there are mistakes. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.